Dexter has just one option as tensions and suspicion grow inside the group: figure out how to deflect suspicion before it costs him everything. He uses the facts once more to try to solve the issue by luring Gareth into a deadly altercation. Dexter uses a broken wine glass to turn the tables on him after disclosing the truth about his twin's death. In all honesty, the whole confrontation between Dexter and Gareth is thrilling, but I couldn't help but feel disappointed as I saw Gareth's promise as a villain vanish before my very eyes. Admittedly, I had placed a lot of faith in the idea that Gareth would develop into a significant antagonist after Season 1. Indeed, the shocking revelation at the conclusion of Episode 6 that Dexter had murdered his twin brother seemed like the ideal pretext for a plot like that. It seemed like the season's first big blunder to me to see that possible future dashed before the twist had a chance to develop into anything genuinely significant. Nevertheless, the ploy was well planned and a practical means of diverting Prater and the others from his trail. Dexter's newfound understanding of the value of utilizing truth as a tool made me grin, even though I was a little disappointed at the time. It got him out of 2 difficult circumstances in this episode alone, and it has helped him regain his effectiveness as a murderer and mend his broken friendship with Harrison throughout the season. It's an intriguing yet surprising idea that has never been discussed in this series before, but as the conclusion draws near, I can't help but question if that good fortune is doomed to fail. Welcome to the life of a serial killer dad. The perilous game Dexter is playing with Prater and Harrison's new existence in New York City haven't yet intersected, but the 2 parallel tales seem destined to become intertwined. Harrison, feeling optimistic about his future and his rekindled relationship with his father, makes the decision to become a police officer, which ultimately leads him to visit the campus of a nearby criminology school. Even though Dexter is late for the tour, he gets there just in time to see a sad but amusing series of events begin. Harrison encounters Detective Wallace in person when he enters a lecture hall to observe a criminology session. Detective Wallace has come to give a presentation about the New York Ripper. On the surface, it is both hilarious and extremely tense to see them both understand what a terrible embarrassing situation they have put themselves in. On a deeper level, the scene is also skillfully written to set up a crucial conversation between father and son while simultaneously giving the audience graphic hints about the Ripper's increasing significance as a character. There is a physical discomfort on Harrison's face as Wallace explains the meaning of psychopathy and how it manifests in serial killers, and Dexter notices this and quickly takes advantage of the opportunity to reassure his son, explaining that although he may not experience love like most people, he has no doubt that his feelings for Harrison are strong and unwavering. This heartwarming sentiment is somehow only strengthened by what we know to be true about Dexter's psychology. Dexter eventually runs into Detective Wallace on the way out of the auditorium, and Harrison gets to see how his father skillfully and gracefully handles a heated exchange. He shows a clear feeling of admiration for his father's ability and confidence under pressure, which is a big part of what makes him so likable to the viewer. He even uses the occasion to tease some of his secret knowledge about the weapon the Ripper used and to demonstrate some of his forensic experience. It's a masterfully written scene that successfully strengthens the bond between father and son while stoking our desire for the more dramatic encounters that are just around the corner. I thought I'd try to catch you. Speaking of uncomfortable encounters, the final scene of Episode 7 is a fierce battle that seems to have been planned for more than 10 years. Batista successfully integrates himself into Dexter's new life through a supervised encounter with Blessing after failing to convince the other detectives of his theory. Dexter knows Batista is making a move the moment he gets home later that evening and hears salsa music blaring from Blessing's apartment. Awkward conversations and veiled threats ensue as Dexter offers to give Batista a ride home. This season, the truth has liberated him in many ways, but it is not without its drawbacks. The gloves are taken off and all pretenses are dropped as the 2 drive awkwardly together. Any uncertainty Batista may have had regarding Dexter's guilt has been eliminated, and Dexter is forced to put his affection for Batista aside and let his dark passenger drive. It's quite exciting to finally watch these 2 behave as enemies when they haven't had any screen time since Episode 1. Ultimately, heels are dug in and last warnings are given. Batista has an opportunity to install a tracking device in the panel of his passenger door before Dexter removes him from the vehicle. 3 episodes remain, setting the stage for an epic confrontation between these 2 former allies. This fact is all the more somber after Original Sin, where we only recently witnessed the earliest stages of their unlikely friendship. Though Prater's retreat ultimately lacked the gravitas and impressive ambition of the dinner party in episode 4, and the writers wasted a thrilling twist almost as quickly as it was revealed, any disappointment I may have felt was eventually overshadowed by a collection of fun scenarios, strong performances throughout,